Tyler Van. He goes, do you like Good Charlotte? So this is a pop punk band from 25 years ago. And one of the band members is married to Cameron Diaz. And they've been married for like 10, 15 years. They've been married a long time. So it's not just one of these like two celebrities got married and got divorced immediately afterwards. This is like one of the ones that actually worked. Like she took 10 years off of acting and just like raising their kids or whatever she's been doing. And it's like well, there's times where you have like two worlds that feel so detached from each other. Pop punk, Warped Tour, Vans, the turn of the century, and then one of America's sweethearts, Cameron Diaz. And it's not like, Good Charlotte was true pop punk. This was never like an edgy band. One of their hit songs, Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. They never had like a dark edge to them where it'd be like, what's she doing with this dark, edgy person? Nothing like that. But it's just interesting that these two worlds collided. Anyway, that's your question. Do I like Good Charlotte? I guess it's their first two albums. So they really exploded with was it The Young and the Hopeless? Is that the one? Where it had all these big hit singles on it, and that's where a lot of people kind of knew them. I actually preferred the self-titled album. I mean, almost that whole album. Whenever I don't even remember the song titles because it was like one of those ones where I don't skip to the track that I like. I just put it on, and just really simple, straightforward pop punk songs, but with just great melodies and harmonies. Are super catchy. It's just like the throwaway random songs on there. I just think are really solid, clean pop punk songs. And I actually did the biggest recording project I did was in late. Around 2007, 2008. When I was 2007, it was 2007 when I did it. It was like a 6-month long project, and I got robbed, and the computer that had all the mixes and everything was stolen. So I had the backups of all the work I'd done up to that point, but I couldn't finish them. And I was listening to that first album a lot at the time I was writing it. Of just like, yeah, just I just liked the way they had these really tart, really tight. Harmonies just kind of running throughout all of it. And I'm not a good enough singer to carry it just on my own, the beauty of my voice. So then kind of having these really tight harmonies with it kind of worked. And it doesn't sound that the stuff that I did doesn't really sound that much like it at all. It wasn't derivative in that sense, but in just specifically something like that was one of the ones that I was paying a lot of attention to at the time. And then the stuff they did kind of after that, like I don't even know what they did. But the one that for me both listened to the most and had the most songs, it was just like I just really like this song. Literally, like looking through it, I barely know which songs are the ones that I liked because I just put the album on and listened to it. But it's another example of the benefit of the hit album. I wasn't paying all that much attention to Good Charlotte when the first album came out. Like I was aware of them because I was very much into pop punk, ska, that sort of thing. I went to the Warped Tour. I know I went in 2002. So I don't know if I was 2001 and 2002 or 2002, 2003, something like that. I went 2-3 years in San Antonio, the Warped Tour, and you saw Sum 41, Alien Ant Farm when they were like at the peak of their fame, but they were playing at the side stage because Smooth Criminal had just broken on MTV. So they had the biggest single of anyone playing at the festival, but no one knew that was going to happen because it was so unexpected. So they weren't even on the main stage despite having the biggest single at that moment. So had a couple of those, and the next year was like, it started raining. It was a wild, crazy one where they locked everyone out of the stage and people started rioting and jumping over barricades. It's pretty wild. But so I was really into Good Charlotte at that time and kind of cynical enough to be like, thought I was better than them when their big album broke because it was too pop, from too mainstream, too MTV. And at the same time, they're really catchy songs on that first album. And then so like at the dollar store, bought the first album because it was like $3 or something like that. I was like, oh, this is the version I really like. Like, yeah, the other one's got good stuff too, super slick. But this one that just feels a little bit more like guys playing live in a studio. That's more my vibe. I didn't realize I was going to talk that much about Good Charlotte. But like that album is one of those ones that like it's like a strange place where it's very odd that I wouldn't know the song titles, other than Little Things, the one that was the single. And at the same time, like remember the melodies and the harmonies and all of that. I remember all of that, but I don't know the song names. And there's not a lot of music and artists that I've connected with and have as much of a connection to it with knowing so little about the song titles. Anyway, make of that what you will. I wasn't expecting to ramble for that long about Good Charlotte.
Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.